Huge win, first conference win. I in the locker room, I just had to celebrate with the 7 new freshmen to see what it feels like to get their first conference win. Feels good, much needed win. Got the monkey off of our backs. Hopefully we can build off of it.
All right, so as one of the freshmen, what did that first conference win feel like?
It felt great, considering, It felt great considering the adversity that we've been going through lately. So it felt good to just get a win and have fun while doing it too. So.
You talk about you've talked all year about having a young team.
Yeah.
And today you went with a younger lineup with all freshmen and sophomores in the starting lineup. First of all, what led to the change in lineup? And second of all, what did that do for you, knowing that everybody out there was either a freshman or sophomore?
Well, I tried so many other things. I just think we had shoot around this morning. We had a little bit of a struggle in that. And I told them what would get us wins was be the 5 individuals that's on the floor that's trying to do everything the coaching staff has been asking. And the group that we started with tonight was the group that did it consistently in today's shoot-around. So they were rewarded. And I think they was excited, and we got a good start. And I think hopefully that will give them an opportunity to believe that if you play together, you play with energy, and you don't have to play perfect, but if you try to execute the game plan, you can put yourself in a position like we did tonight to win a basketball game.
When you win a game by 28, obviously you and your teammates did a lot of good things tonight, but you start out on an 8-0 run, didn't give up a point in the first 4.5 minutes, and I think it was 13-2 or something. Mm-hmm. How much did that fast start help you and your teammates going forward for the rest of the game?
It just made us realize how simple things were, how simple it was to run the offense, how simple it was to play defense and get stops and, run our transition. And so it just built our confidence over time, and we were able to capitalize it.
That makes me smile to hear that. It is simple, but I'm glad they realize it, because it doesn't matter how much we know it, how much we see it. I think when the light bulb moment comes on and they realize it can be simple and they can play the game a lot more efficiently, I think that just build in the ball movement, it just builds confidence, and I think you can shoot the ball with a better percentage.
You've had some games where you guys have struggled from 3-point range. Tonight, 9 of 17. What got into you guys? Was it better looks or just the shots falling, or what?
I want to say it was better looks because, once we moved the ball a couple of times, we were able to get wide open shots, and, by moving the ball, that just kind of, gave us the green light to shoot it, and we weren't afraid to shoot it as well. So I think, a lot of other people gained their confidence shooting a 3, and then we just started rolling.
Your team makes a bunch of threes tonight, but you also hold Wichita State to 31% shooting and 11 block shots from your defense. Are you more encouraged by what happened on the offensive end or the defensive end tonight?
Well, I'm extremely encouraged by them executing the game plan both offensively and defensively. The message preparing for Wichita State was, let's give the best 40 minutes that we can give. Let's max out 40 minutes, and that's on both ends by just doing your job. We need to find our discipline. The discipline is what kept us in a lot of games early during the season, and that was the consistent message that we sent them, and I saw them go out and execute it. Everybody tried to do their job. It wasn't perfect, but everybody continued. I didn't see bad body language. I saw everybody compete for an entire 40 minutes, and that's what was fun to watch.
When you first sat down, you called this a much-needed win. And from just a psychological standpoint for the team after some tough games,
yeah.
Did you need a lopsided win, maybe even more than just the victory?
Well, I like it. I didn't know. I don't think we necessarily needed it to be a lopsided win. I think they now believe both in the offensive execution as well as the defensive execution. And they saw we were able to create some separation against Wichita State because we continued to try and execute. I'm going to say it again, it wasn't perfect. We're going to get in there in the morning. We're going to continue to work on it because we know UCF is going to be a very, very tough game. And if we continue to believe in it, it's not going to be a hard practice, but it's going to be intense. It's going to be detailed tomorrow. And we're going to focus on everything we focused on, and we're going to try and build off of this win.
You You've talked before about how getting out and getting fast break points sometimes comes off of rebounds, and you did win the rebounds 42-40, but you had a 20-2 edge in fast break points. What was the difference there? Where'd that come from?
Well, we talked about it. We talked about executing our transition game. I wrote it down on the board, keys to win the game. If we can execute when we push transition, we're pushing the score. And I told them before we came out, being aggressive doesn't mean being in a hurry. Being aggressive means you can also be patient and make great decisions. I think our decision making was better tonight. It looked like we played with more of a purpose as opposed to playing to impress the coach or whatever it was that we were doing that made us make a lot of bad decisions. I'm very, very pleased with the job they did tonight.
9 of 17 on threes. Are you now a three-point shooting team?
Absolutely not. I don't care what Kayla White tells you. Now, if we can go out there and move the ball, I told them I'm okay with them catching to shoot the ball. I was really impressed, and Kayla's gonna remember this. She came out and she shot a couple shots and she didn't make one. I told her, now get to the rim. Marie had a beautiful drift pass and hit it in the corner. Kayla was wide open. She didn't shoot the basketball. She drove and she drove it into traffic, and that was the one that I wanted her to shoot, but I couldn't get upset because she was doing exactly what I asked her to do. So I saw the entire team grow up tonight a little bit.
Y'all have improved each quarter in the game and even got better. What has specifically helped y'all to grow and keep that consistency for all 4 quarters in 40 minutes like you talked about?
Well, I don't know. Kayla will have to answer that because that's what I've been asking for. That's what I've been demanding. That's what I've been issuing consequences for, and I don't know, but for whatever reason it clicked tonight. Kayla, can you share with us what happened?
I think we just connected tonight. You know, we were just intentional with everything that we did, and we tried to do everything that he was telling us the right way. And so it just, in the end, it just connected us. And I think that was a big part of that success.
And you talk about after experiencing adversity and going through some tough games with this team, you know, what makes this win so special?
Just the fact that we grew as a team, and I could see it, and Coach could see it, that we grew up a little bit.
What's the most fun part about training and competing with the girls on the team?
It's just the competition period. You know, we're always trying to compete and beat each other, and, you know, we're trying to do everything right, but at the same time, we want to beat each other. You know, we're on teams, so we want to, you know, competing is just fun to us.
Y'all had like a lot of good togetherness as well. There was 20 assists, which was 8 more than the other team. So with this team chemistry and with this conference schedule ahead, what do you hope to carry over from this win to your remaining games?
Just the confidence that we have in each other and our abilities to do our job. We just hope to build on that and just keep building on it the more we go into conference.